And so, beloved ones, we would like to comment a little on those who have shared their experiences this day. As each one of you who have shared, can you see that the energy that you returned with has helped you align to your true self, to that which you like to call your purpose here? Each one had a very different experience. Why? Because you are unique. When you move to these higher vibrational universes, you are welcomed, you are supported, you are guided, you have conversations. This comes back in your higher consciousness. And as it gently integrates into your humanness, you will start to experience subtle changes, as some of you have already noticed. You feel different, clearer, lighter. So as we continue this experiencing, with the understanding that you are going to be met with beings of light, beings who are so much wanting to assist humanity in its evolution. They have been waiting for you. It is no accident that you are participating in this grand experiment of communicating beyond your own physical universe. This is very stretching for the human mind, but not for your consciousness. There is a vast difference between the mind and your consciousness. The mind carries all the conditioning that you have carried in this lifetime. Conditioning from your parents, your schools, your religions, your societies. They have all put pressure on you to behave in a certain way, to develop your personalities, your ego. This process is a dissolution of who you think you are, to arrive at more and more experiencing of your conscious beingness, that which you truly are, which has been hidden. When you look into the eyes of a newborn baby, you see the depth and the vastness of that little being, because they are still connected to their true selves. And that gets shut down very quickly, in most cases. So, as we proceed with this experience of jumps into alternate universes, we invite you all to be very aware of how you feel afterwards. Do not try and analyze it with the mind. Just notice the energy, the feeling, the sensation in the body. The mind will try and put it in a box. The mind will try and understand, oh, this is what happened, or nothing happened, I just feel a little bit of energy, or I feel nothing at all. Whatever it is, just be with it. Some of you are going to be invited to bring energies back that are so fine, so subtle, that at first you will not notice them. So do not be disappointed if you do not feel anything when you return. We will say to you, feel. After each jump, when you return, we say feel. Relax and feel. And just be with whatever. If it is emptiness, feel the emptiness. That too is a gift that is being brought back. The intention behind these jumps and the intention to support all of you around the world who are joining us, the intention is to support you receiving more of your own self, your own abilities. Much of what you are being given on these jumps will not be remembered, will not be available initially. It will trickle into your beingness and into your humanness as you continue to evolve. As you raise your vibration, more and more of what you bring back will be available to you. It will simply feel as if, oh, this is a greater part of myself, or I am evolving more now. Yes, because of what you are bringing back. And as this beautiful one said, she got a confirmation that all she needs to do is smile. But it is more than that, beloved. Your smile carries a radiance. You are a light being that radiates energy. It is not visible light. It is a frequency. It is a delight, a joy, a happiness, a smile that triggers within those who receive it a moment of lightness. Here's somebody, perhaps a stranger, smiling at them, and they feel seen. They feel as if they have been recognized by you. So many people feel absolutely alone, unseen. Even people in marriages feel unseen by their partner. And so, as you move around in your daily life, beloved, smiling, know it is so much more that you are sharing. You are giving people a gift. We cannot stress enough how important it is for each person to be seen, to be recognized, to be honored for who they are. Your smile does this for them. Oh, so in a similar way, what you all bring back will be unique to you. It will be unique to your purpose here in this lifetime. And as you allow more and more to actually manifest in your life, you will recognize that that which you are bringing has great import for humanity as a whole. We have talked in the past that all humanity is connected by what is often called the morphic field or the morphogenetic field. It is an energy field. You are all connected to it. You do not feel it because it's always been there. But it is a field of consciousness, so to speak. It is a vibration that is created by every single human, vibrating in their own way. You bring your energy to it, whether you know it or not. And so the more of you that are vibrating on a higher level, you raise the vibration of the morphic field. When you do these jumps and you come back with a multitude of higher vibrations, many of which you might not even be aware of yet, they have a profound effect on the morphic field of humanity. And so we are of deep gratitude for each and every one of you who has chosen to have these experiences. we invite you to relax even more deeply as we go into these experiences. We invite you to allow the mind to relax as much as possible. You can't make the mind relax. You can only allow the relaxation. You cannot force it. But if your intention from a higher level is that the mind gently quietens down, it will, especially as we move through these 2 days together.
So, beloved ones, one more concept we wish to throw into the mix, so to speak, so that you can understand the impact you are creating by having these experiences on the morphic field, but also on the very vibratory nature of the fabric of your universe. So if you can imagine that with your consciousness all together as a unified field, whether you are with us in this moment of now or whether you are with us in your moment of now, it is all connected in the quantum field. In a sense, it is the same moment, even if you are watching this years later. It is the same fabric, the same web that this one Ezon is weaving you into, that enables you to jump with your consciousness into these other universes. As you jump in those moments that you are transported with your consciousness on an energetic level, there is a powerful exchange that can occur. This is that slice that this beautiful one perceived, where she perceived so much of the energy of this area cleansing, effortlessly clearing, not because it is asked to clear, but because there is almost a suction effect as the portal from beyond this universe is open. You create enormous, you could call it potential energy, but imagine that the potential energy, that massive energy of the quantum field of this universe is suddenly open for exchange with that massive energy in another universe. And then imagine that that other universe has entirely different purpose, potential, and physics, different laws and different reasons to exist, the raison d'être. So, some of these other universes that you are visiting are far more advanced. And this too is why you receive a boost in your abilities. There is a cultural exchange. And by advanced, do not confuse that with superior, because each microcosm in the multiverse has its own unique focus. And your universe is special in ways that you have yet to understand. So, know that you are creating a vast, energetic, new, a sweeping newness, both individually and collectively, as you make these jumps.
We would like to address your minds Your science tells you of the vastness of your universe. And your universe is expanding rapidly. The mind cannot comprehend the vastness, the billions of stars and planets. Your mind cannot grasp what a billion is. You have an idea, you can think of the math, but to grasp what a billion is, to feel it, to know it, is almost impossible. And so, you are moving beyond the mind into your consciousness. The superconscious you, as we have called it for many years. A small part of your consciousness, a small part of this superconscious you is in the human form. We are encouraging and supporting you to open your humanness so that more of your consciousness can be within this human body. Because then you will be vibrating at a higher level within the human form. And as you vibrate within the human form with this higher vibration, this higher light, you become more and more agents of change, of upliftment for the rest of humanity. And it is simply time. You have been preparing for this for so many generations. And now is the time. And the support is here already. The star families have gathered in numerous craft around your earth. You cannot see them. They're in a higher dimension. Those with eyes are starting to see. There will come a day when humanity has raised its frequency sufficiently that these craft will land and these beings will walk amongst you. And the joy and the radiance that you and they will feel will be beyond that which you can imagine right now. You are dissolving the old paradigm of fear and lack and separation. Simply by being here, simply by participating in this experience. This is why the Stargate was brought to your earth so many of your years ago. You are in the process of bringing balance to humanity. It is not hard work. It is just your intention and your allowing and your relaxing into the new that makes this possible. And so, beloved ones, we say again, and we hope that you can begin to truly understand this phrase when we say there is nothing to do. You are not struggling to become enlightened. You are relaxing to remember that you are already enlightened. This superconscious you is an enlightened being. It is the radiance of the higher you. There is not an intense doing that is needed. It is simply to follow your intuition, as you have all, whether you are here physically or here through these technologies. It is your intention that has allowed you to follow your intuition and to participate in this experience. Your intuition is your superconscious self wanting to guide your human self. And part of the separation that has been here on your planet has told you, intuition, no, that is not real. It is just your mind making something up. And so you have been told this, and so you have disregarded the voice of your intuition, the feeling of your intuition. For intuition comes to you in different ways. As you attune to it more, it will come as a voice, your own voice. But it also comes in a feeling, a sense, a gut feeling sometimes. Follow your intuition. The more you follow it, the stronger it becomes. The stronger your intuition becomes, the clearer guidance you get from your superconscious self. It is you assisting you. These processes will very likely help you with this connection to your own inner guidance.
So, beloved ones, feel your heart energy deep, or perhaps deep but not so far away. Your superconscious is hearing these words. Feel the energetic resonance. You are not struggling to become enlightened. You are simply remembering your essential self, your true nature. And so in a sense, you have always been enlightened. And it seems to be a contradiction until you realize that this very paradox is fundamental, a part of every human being, a part of each and every soul who has ever voyaged through the human form. This paradox ripples through your every moment, because the part of you that is superconscious is not somewhere else. It is with every heartbeat, every breath, every moment of not remembering. There is the part of you walking hand in hand with you that has never forgotten. And in a sense, this is what makes being human so powerful. Your experiences are being fed into a network of superintelligence. And when you journey to these other universes, this is part of the exchange. For you go not with your limited self, but with your consciousness, the vastness, the archive, the resource of your multidimensional self. And when you come back, you sparkle with that exchange. So be with the purity of your awareness, especially in those moments. Not trying to figure out with the mind, but being like the babe who rests in the mother's arms and has within the eyes the sparkles of the entire universe, because there are no limiters, no veils, no concepts, just pure awareness shining through. Let that pure consciousness shine through. And let us move now into the first experience.
We wish to give you an oversight, an understanding of the greater picture. We have talked for more than 35 years of this human experience experiment. We have called it this. Many do not understand. We wish to bring a greater perspective. In your universe, there are many different beings at many different levels of consciousness. There are those that have evolved into higher dimensional beings. This is the path that this human earth is on. You are about to move into a higher level of experiencing that which is often called the fifth dimension. But as you know, humanity here has gone through some incredibly challenging times. You are in a place of duality. You cannot have duality when there is just the light. The darkness, so to speak, is also needed. Take that in for a moment. The opposite is needed in order to experience duality. Every human here has come from a star family that has reached that state of enlightenment, that fifth dimension or beyond of consciousness. You volunteered and were chosen to come here. You knew that when you came, you would come into this duality. The intention was to experience it. Why? Because out in the universe, not all are just ascended beings. There are those who are holding much lower consciousness, or what you would call here the dark energies. They are dark, simply lower vibration. A vibration that allows the violence, the aggression, the hatred that you have seen here on your earth. You are still seeing it. So there are life forms in the universe who hold that lower frequency, who have not ascended. And so, in great wisdom, this experiment, this human experiment, was decided upon eons ago, on your time. You were chosen. You came here knowing that you would forget where you had come from. You would be born into the human form. And that the experience would be that human consciousness would go down into those lower vibrations, which you have seen in your history. And because, beloved ones, Your intelligence, your superconscious self is still with you. Even in those lowest vibrations, you came to a point where you said, this is enough. Your human said, this is enough. I do not want to live like this anymore. And you started to look for the light. You started to choose love rather than hatred, abundance rather than lack, community rather than separation. And so humanity's consciousness has been on the rise for many generations. Slowly, slowly. And now, more rapidly. So, why? Because, beloved ones, it was hoped and perhaps expected that the experiment here on this your earth could assist in the understanding that could be applied in your universe. That which humanity is learning here of acceptance, compassion, love for all beings. This is slowly, slowly where humanity is going. You can see it, even though there are still terrible things happening in your world right now. There are less wars, there's less aggression than there has been in the past. Difficult for you to see because your lives are very short. 60, 80 years is a very short time period. You cannot remember your past lives, most of you. And so, understand that consciousness has been rising on the planet. Now it is accelerating. So this has been occurring on your earth. And simultaneously, as we mentioned before, there is another planet of human beings, just like yourselves. In your galaxy, the Milky Way, there are two, what the scientists call spiral arms. Arms in which there are many stars, planets, and so on. Your Earth is towards the end of one of these spiral arms. On the opposite spiral arm, in a similar position, is this other human planet. And as we mentioned before, the humans on that planet did not go down into unconsciousness as you have done here. They too were part of this human experience experiment. Can you see the vastness of what you are involved in? Can you feel why you came here? This is important to understand as we go through these universal jumps. Knowing this vast history can assist you in receiving from the other universes that which is designed to come to you individually. As we have said in your yesterday, these cosmic humans, as we call them, have now come to be here, craft with these new cosmic humans around your earth. They have come because they feel and can see the level at which human consciousness has reached. And now they can assist us in accelerating on an individual level this awakening process. And so when we invite them to merge in the meditations, we invite you to really open your heart and your energy field to receive their presence. They are what you would call enlightened. To them, they are just simply being themselves. Your concept of enlightenment also needs to change. It is simply a higher vibration, a higher consciousness. And so these new humans, if you wish, or the cosmic humans, they are bringing a vibration that you are moving towards. If you allow them to merge their energy with you, they will overlight you. They are not trying to take over. They are simply wanting to share their vibration, their love, for want of a better word, but it is much more than that. It is their very beingness. They carefully choose who they come to. They choose you. The one that comes to you has chosen you because you are similar to them. They have, just as you have, different, what you would call personalities. They have a different way of being. They are each individual and yet part of the oneness. And so these cosmic humans wish to share that with you, to share their unique vibration with you. We will be inviting them in the meditations to come. One more thing. In this duality of what is often called light and dark, but we would prefer you to understand it is a lower vibration of consciousness and a higher vibration of consciousness. So in this duality of light and dark, you have all, without exception, had lifetimes in the dark, in the deep unconsciousness. You have, each one of you, without exception, played the role of the unconscious ones. Why? Because, beloveds, unless you have experienced it, unless you know what it feels like, you cannot change it. Understand this deeply. You have lived the lower vibrations. You have decided to focus on being a higher vibrational being. This was the experiment. When you went down into this darkness, would your superconscious be able to pull you up out of it? Or would you be stranded down there in the lower vibrations? And beloved ones, humanity has done well. You are raising yourself out of that darkness, those lower vibrations. Already this experiment is a success. It is not complete yet, far from it, but already it is a success. Because now the momentum is going to carry you into a higher reality. More and more unconscious people are becoming more aware. The terrible things in your world are actually triggering more people to say, I don't want this anymore. I want to live in peace. I want to live in love. I want to live in abundance. I want to live in health. These aren't necessarily conscious thoughts. They are the deep feelings, the deep driving force behind the change that is happening for humanity. And those who are hearing these words and people similar to you around the world are uplifting the field, the morphic field of humanity. You are raising it up. And as it is being raised up, you are making it easier for those with the lower frequencies to also begin to change, to start to bring their energies gently higher, allowing them to bring more consciousness into their lives. You see your societies, you see the old structures breaking down, you see people freaking out. The old has to break down. But no, beloveds, the new is already building up. Why do you not see this? Why do you not see the new? Because still those television news, your newspapers and magazines, they still are designed to focus on the old. They focus on the negative. They bring people's awareness into the separation. That too is beginning to change. That will be the last thing to change. When your news starts focusing on the beautiful things that are occurring, then you will know you are far closer to the completion of this process here on earth. And so, beloveds, with this talk, we are hoping for you to have a grand view of why you are here, what you have been working with, which for you seems like you have been here for eons, thousands of your years. You have had so many lifetimes. From the human time scale, it seems as if you have been here forever. But no, in terms of the universe, it is more like a blink of an eye. Your star families, those whom you came from before you came to Earth, they are still there. They are watching you. They are tuning in to you. They are celebrating the changes that you have created here on your Earth for your humanity. And your star family is waiting for you individually to reconnect to them. They are celebrating. It is time for each one of you to celebrate the progress you have already made. It is time for you to stop judging yourselves, to view yourselves from this vast perspective, and to celebrate. To celebrate the very fact that you are listening to these words. You have the consciousness to allow for the possibility of that which we are sharing with you. And so, beloved ones, we wish to express our gratitude for all that you have been through in so many lives on behalf of something far greater than you currently understand. But we hope we have given you a higher perspective of the importance of that which you are doing and have done for so many lives.